smoke another to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you up in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling that tank, rolling with the gang. You sit and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
Well, howdy there, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights, darn tootin'est, best rootin' tootin' show on the internet. Yeah! I'm Spencer Raxter, that there's my hombre Easy. We got a tall drink of water, Chris Platte, and our guy JB Smooth. Make sure you like and share the stream.
No tall comments for JB Smooth.
We got a short piece of water, JB Smooth.
Short piece of water.
Half drink of water.
Make sure you like and share the stream now. Y'all come back now here. But we obviously got a lot to talk about today. Josh Allen, what happened? Allen, what happened?
Sold me a fantasy. That's what happened. I lost to JB because of Josh Allen.
That's why.
He soiled it.
Soiled it.
JB,
Upset.
you want to take your victory?
Any comments? Yeah.
Some well-fought victory. Sorry, Chris, you had to be the first victim.
What was the score?
A lot too ill. I don't know.
I think it was like 95 to
I
like
know.
68 or
Oh,
something.
so it wasn't close.
No.
Spencer's the best team in this league.
It was a little
By
closer.
far.
Yeah,
Off of 1 week.
If I started Brandon Ayuk and the Jets defense, I would have put up 187 points.
You have two defenses on your team?
Yeah,
What is wrong with you?
because I didn't want to start the Jets, the Bills, so I picked up the Commanders,
Oh, shit.
and they still got me 13 points. But
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, as soon as Rodgers tore his Achilles, I scrolled the fantasy app. I saw my boy Noah had Aaron Rodgers, hit him with a little, Kirk Cousins offer.
Oh, my
feeler out
God.
there.
You are
Put a little
sick.
feeler out there.
Oh, by the way, stat correction. It was 102 to 80.
and I just
Yeah.
traded for Justin
Close.
Jefferson, so
You did?
and I kept Calvin Ridley, so I got Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, and
You
Calvin
didn't just
Ridley.
trade for Justin Jefferson.
Me
You
and
didn't
Lucas
say
made a trade.
He didn't
What?
say yet.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. He
It's
tried.
in the works though.
He tried.
Wait till you see Spenny week 2 with Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson.
Lucas isn't giving him Justin Jefferson.
It's gonna be. I got Calvin Ridley. He loves.
I almost got
Calvin
Justin
You want
Jefferson.
Kirk Cousins?
Ridley. No,
Shut
I have two.
shut up,
I have
Chris.
two quarterbacks better than Kirk Cousins, but we got a lot to talk about today.
See.
A lot of stuff about the Lions. Obviously, they're playing the Seahawks at home this week. It's a big game, week opener. But we got to talk about last night. We already talked about Josh Allen. Now let's talk about Aaron Rodgers.
Man.
You think he retires?
No, not at all.
Torn Achilles at 39.
He'll be back. He was so. Listen, I know a lot of people aren't Aaron Rodgers guys, but like you can't tell me like this was a different Aaron Rodgers than we've seen the past like 2 to 3 years. This dude was so motivated for this season. He was like I was a different human being. He seemed like happy, like genuinely happy. Watch him on Hard Knocks, like his feedback to like Zach Wilson. I almost said Rudolph for some reason. Is that a person?
Zach Rudolph?
Yeah, well,
Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever. Kyle Rudolph. I don't know why. I don't know. Is there a Zach Rudolph? Let me know in the comments. But anyway, the way he was mentoring him, like I don't know, he just seemed like so like happy and at peace and just thriving for this championship. But then boom, gone.
It all ends like that. It was obviously, you hate to see anybody get injured. It sucks. But Zach Wilson came in, stepped up. Jets won the game. A lot in part to their defense and Josh Allen having 4 turnovers. Total F of the game for Josh Allen.
Yeah.
If you give him a B-, you're stupid.
Yeah, you're stupid.
You're just stupid,
YouTube boy.
Stupid YouTube boy. If you give Josh Allen a B- for that game, that's a straight F. He lost him that game. He turned the ball over 4 times.
Parker, you're a moron. You fucking idiot.
2 friends, 1 podcast. What could happen?
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
If I knew that song was copywritten or not, I would definitely play it. If you guys don't know, Parker, TDs for Monty Edwards and Mass, has a, I'm not going to say great, it's a podcast. But the intro is the funniest shit.
2 friends, 1 cup. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Anyway, what up,
They
Chris?
call him Parker Brown for a reason.
I was just, Jesus.
Who is Parker Brown?
Who is Parker Brown, really? No, my thing is do you think Zach Wilson had that, like, Alex Moran moment in Blue Mountain State where he was just like, oh, shit, I actually have to play now?
Yeah,
when Aaron
probably.
Rodgers went down?
He came in, he looked rough at first, but then he settled in. He made a couple nice throws. Obviously,
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson had that amazing touchdown reception. That was nasty. It was a fun game to watch, though. I was excited. Went to overtime, ending in a walk-off punt return touchdown for the Jets, which was hype.
And, Jack Fox is better than Sam Martin. That's all I got to say.
Real question. You think Tom Brady comes out of retirement for this team?
No.
Supposedly.
Week 7.
Yeah, you saw that?
Yeah.
He's got a little chill on this one.
The ghost of Tom Brady's coming to get you.
Brady. Do you think he could do it?
I think he could do it. I think he could do it for sure.
I mean, this team.
If anybody can do it, it's him.
They won 7 games last year with, all due respect to Zach Wilson. He didn't win all those games, by the way. Joe Flacco was in there for a couple of them. What's his name? Mike White. But they won 7 games with, no quarterback last year. Yesterday, if you made the bet, you made it twice. I doubled down after Aaron Rodgers got hurt. That's a fuck.
On the Jets again?
Yeah. That defense is nasty,
They're
bro.
so good, man.
The guy who got 3 interceptions wasn't named Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
Sauce Gardner actually got lit up for 6 receptions.
Yeah, Sauce Gardner didn't have a good game.
First time he lit up 60 yards. Mm-hmm. I said this. Obviously they played Josh Allen, and then he was injured the second time around. But if you look at the schedule for the Jets last year, not a lot of good quarterbacks on it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Sauce isn't good. But I'm saying there were NFL memes accounts posting pictures of him and Randy Moss. Who would win this matchup? Relax, bro. Relax.
A little too far.
As I say, man.
He didn't have a good
context
game,
matters.
but he's still a great player. I'm sure he'll bounce back.
Phenomenal play. Phenomenal defense.
Ian Hurley says, who could the Jets trade for to replace Rodgers and still give them a legitimate shot?
I don't know.
Teddy Bridgewater for Quinn Williams, straight up.
Send it.
Pick up the phone, Jets. Pick up the phone, babe. No, but you look at it, and there's guys. Obviously, Jameis Winston is the first one that comes to mind. If they could make a trade to get Jameis Winston, I think that would be their best option.
I like that one.
Bring in famous Jameis, let him do his thing. Crab legs Winston, he'd get that ball out there to Garrett Wilson, that's for sure.
No Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz is an option. They have Jacoby Brissett could be an option for them. Gardner Minshew could be an option for them. We'll see what goes on. I definitely have a feeling that they're going to make a move to get a quarterback. I doubt they just roll with Zach Wilson. But
Yeah, they got to grab somebody to back up Zach Wilson regardless. They're not.
Mitchell Trubisky says Anthony Patterson.
I like that one.
Yeah, that could be a good fit.
That's
the
a
turd
fit.
burglar. He's got a playoff win.
'Cause I feel like they got actually, I don't know what that offense is going to be like because now it's Nathaniel Hackett.
Cooper Rush says Denver Blair. They already got your boy Trey Lance, so they don't need Cooper Rush as a backup.
Trey Lance. Why not? That has no effect on me.
Trey Lance is cooked.
Malik Willis is cooked. How's that?
Trade for Malik Willis.
I'd rather trade for Trey Lance.
Ryan Tannehill.
Ryan
Trey.
Tannehill.
Unfortunately, Tom Pelissero did talk to Robert Saleh today, and they did say, yes, they will look at veteran quarterbacks, but as of now, this is Zach Wilson's team, and they're moving forward with Zach Wilson. So how do you guys feel about that?
They mentally abused him last year with the back and forth and benching of him.
They kind of got to do it.
All I know is all MILFs in the New York area better be ready, because Zach Wilson's coming in gun blazing.
What was his final stat line last night? Did he do well?
Or is he not, now that he's actually occupied with a job?
Yeah,
Now
that's
is
true. He actually has
just,
to study tape
now
and
are the
stuff.
Mills safe?
Oh no, he was QB1 when he was knocking down Mills.
That's true.
Don't get the legend mistaken. Zach Wilson, 14-21, 140 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. It's not.
They won the game.
They won the game.
The Jets won the game.
They did.
He had a higher QB passer rating than Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, or Joe Burrow, too. So
Yeah. Because Mahomes had, 158 or some shit like that?
his pass rating was 77.5.
But how many
That
yards?
was yards.
Yeah. It's all right. If you don't have it in front of you, don't worry about it. I don't know, man. They're cooked.
They're cooked.
I got to be honest with you. That's a tough division to win. They're cooked.
You put Colin Kaepernick to the Jets.
Yeah, I just saw that he was kind of tagged. What were you going to say, Chris?
I was just going to say, is there any possible way, because this is what I would do if I was running Tampa Bay. I don't believe in Baker Mayfield already, and I know that a fire sale is coming, or at least that's how I would approach it if I was building the Tampa Bay roster as a general manager. Could Baker Mayfield have just gotten himself to be an asset, actually, once again, and now you trade him for an additional capital in a season that you know is lost, coming off of a win against the Vikings where it's there may be a little bit of buy into Baker Mayfield hype stock again. If I'm Tampa Bay, I would definitely call him and try to flip him into an asset, because dude was not an asset before this, and I feel like you're already tanking, and if you ride out Baker Mayfield, you're going to be one of the worst teams anyways. That's just call it.
They just got a dub on the road. I don't know. They
that's
might
what
be
I'm
feeling
saying.
good about themselves.
Yeah, but I mean, but you got to be realistic too. That's where a little.
But if I'm the
self-evaluation.
Jets, though, I'm not
calling for Baker.
I'm not calling for Baker Mayfield.
Leave it to New York media. They can hype up anybody. Come on.
If I'm the Jets, I'm calling for Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston.
That's
for
what
sure.
I'm going for.
That's like Trying to think anybody else off the top of my head. That's about it. I heard somebody say Matt Ryan earlier.
Yeah.
No. Matt Ryan's dead.
Yeah.
He's done.
No thanks.
He had a built roster in Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good team he had.
Yeah, that's what Abe said. Abe said Matt Ryan.
No, he helped drown the Colts.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan's done for.
I would go after either James Winston or Mitch Trubisky.
Obviously, I'm going to call him a Tom Brady, too, and just offer him the bag.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
don't know if they have a bag to give.
But he can't do it, though, because he's in partnership with the Dolphins now, too, right?
I don't know.
Tom Brady?
I have no idea what's going on.
Conflict of interest there?
They'd probably let him do it. Roger Goodell would do anything to let him back in the league.
That's the thing.
I mean, the Jets freaking, they went all in. They fired their offensive coordinator, hired Nathaniel Hackett's bum ass, got Randall Cobb, paid Alan Lazard a bag.
I saw the video of
Can't believe how much Alan Lazard got.
Samuel Jackson in Django when he's like holding Leonardo DiCaprio's dead body and crying. And it's like Randall Cobb when he knows he's about to get cut if Aaron Rodgers done for the season.
Damn. That's accurate. I saved that. I meant to send that in the chat. It's all bad. No bueno for the Jets. They're done.
Sam Darnold. This is Denver Blair.
Ooh, I like that.
There's guys they can go after. Bring Sam Darnold back to the Jets.
Yeah, maybe. I don't hate that actually. Now they're like kind of competent. They're a competent organization.
Yeah, but I feel like they got to
but-
keep Sam Darnold. He's their backup now. What if Purdy goes down again?
Yeah, they're definitely keeping him.
They don't need the draft pick. They're all in too.
I don't know. You know, I had an epiphany this morning. I think the Packers gonna be it might be good offense. I was the guys like Matt LaFleur.
They played the Bears, bro. The Bears.
They played Tremaine Edmonds. That's your boy.
You love the Bears defense? That's a good defense. That's a measuring stick defense for a team to go up against.
I mean, it's at least 7.5 inches.
Over.
Who did the Packers play this week?
I'm not sure. Pull it up. I'm curious. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't mean as of now. I'm not talking about as is. Maybe a little bit as is. It obviously depends on Aaron Jones being healthy.
They play the Saints or the Falcons.
That might be a good game. That might be a good game to watch. But because they have a respectable defense, right? The Falcons. I mean, that's what people are saying.
Yeah.
But as long as Aaron Jones and if they get Christian Watson back, that's like the recipe I'm thinking of, like for an explosive offense. Outside of that, I mean, I believe Jordan Love was the only quarterback this week and threw for 3 touchdowns and no interceptions. However many yards he had. It is the Bears. You're not wrong there. I thought this, though, in the offseason. That's why I had them as the second best team in the North.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see what's going on.
I had to get that off my chest. But Kevin Porter Jr. is an absolute piece of shit.
Yeah, dude.
I hope he's getting that Jalen Green love.
I hope he's getting
Jalen
Jalen Green in jail too.
He's getting Jalen in jail.
So, if you guys haven't seen, Kevin Porter Jr. was arrested for domestic assault of his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
He struck her several times in the face with a closed fist, left her bloody and bruised.
Broke her neck.
Strangled her hard enough to where left bruises, and she fractured a vertebrae.
Yeah.
POS.
Cuts above her eye. Yeah. All that.
It's fucking terrible, man.
He was a head case in the NBA too.
Yeah.
Before this even happened.
Yes.
And she's a very beautiful girl. We had her here in the studio before. She's from Benton Harbor, where Joyce is.
Yeah.
He needs to be out of the league, 100%. This is not the type of stuff. I don't want to hear the redemption stories. I don't want to hear none of that right now. I want this man prosecuted to the fullest extent, out of the league. And luckily for Houston, and this is a smart thing that Houston did, is they signed him to a 4-year contract, but every single year was a team option. It's a case-by-case basis, and so he will be out of a job after this season. I think they already picked up his option for this season, but he will be out of a job going forward.
Apollo, you're my guy. You've been a long time supporter since I was in the basement, but that comment's kind of gross, man. There's no excuse for what happened. You don't break a woman's neck. It doesn't take breaking a woman's neck to stop a woman from hitting you. Yeah, like you're a grown man, let alone a professional athlete.
Yeah.
Like if you're unable to evade that situation, honestly, point 4, he's a bitch.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't hit women. You're a bitch if you hit women.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of my show, Love you, thank you for supporting me, but if you hate women, you're a bitch. There's no excuse for that ever. Honestly.
Flat out, I agree with you there. We're definitely going to get into the Lions. We're going to talk a lot about that. We have some stats on Jared Goff to try to sway easy. But first, Chris, why don't you tell us about Glorious Cannabis?
Yeah, Glorious Cannabis.
Just say it like that.
Glorious Cannabis. Just in time for football, Glorious Cannabis is dropping a new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It smells so good. It's like the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years. I think that's coming very soon. It's a gassy, aggressive strain named in honor of Detroit football. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you are missing out. They are so smooth. Find them at Dispo Dispensary for 25% off using the code Woodward Glorious, and then be sure to visit them at gloriouscanna.com.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zaniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in Downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy?
It's Planet Fitness.
Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, September 13th.
Join now at any Metro Detroit location. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Your childhood may be over, but Playtime is not. Outdoor Equipment Company is your source for outdoor power equipment, sales, service, and parts, carrying top brands such as Bad Boy, LS Tractor, Steel, and more. Servicing the Great Lakes regional locations in Metro Detroit and Greater Lansing. For more information, visit us at OutdoorEquipCo.com. Outdoor Equipment Company, your power equipment playground. What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platform, leave a 5-star review. We just got a little intro done talking about the Monday Night Football, talking about other things. But now let's get into what the people want to hear, and that's about the Detroit Lions. Easy. Jared Goff has been playing some of the best ball in his career.
Ball so hot.
Ball so hard, Big Ethan's want to find him. That shit cray.
Oh, that's why you...
Yeah.
Slow it up there. That's what's going to happen.
Motherfuckers want to find me. But we definitely need to address it. He's made some things happen in the past, which I'd say 12 games. He's been playing damn near flawless football. He's been playing amazing football and making things happen. And
we have the stat.
We have a stat.
10
I was
stats.
getting to it, Chris. Jesus Christ, man.
Jesus, Chris, shut the fuck
The
up.
only NFL quarterbacks to go 10 straight starts without throwing an interception since the late
Careful, it's a list.
1950s. Jared Goff, obviously the past 10 games. Derek Carr in 2018. Tom Brady in 2010. Bart Starr in 64. And Detroit Lions legend Milt Plum in 1959. So Jared Goff has gone 10 straight games without throwing an interception, which, you know, coming into his tenure with the Lions, he was known to be a little loosey-goosey with the football. Mm-hmm. What does this mean? Has this impressed you? Has this swayed you at all on the Jared Goff hype train? Are you ready to give him $50 million a year? You ready to buy his jersey for Bryson? How you feeling about Jared Goff and his play recently?
I think great. He's playing really, really, really well. I mean, he's playing really good. Jared Goff's doing a really good job. Fine young man.
Elite.
Fine young man. Jared Goff is. No, that's good stuff. Look at the names up there, man. I mean, I don't know if it's one that, because there's another one too. It's like a 399 or 366 complete.
He's third. He has the third longest streak in NFL history of completions without an interception, behind Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady.
And that one, and I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention for the other one. I was kind of reading the comments still about what's his name, but like Derek Carr's amongst there. But that one's, you see Peyton Manning up there. Tom Brady up there. I mean, that's amongst
Milk
like
Plum.
Yeah, yep. Mr. Plum is up there too.
Bart Starr is
Not real.
Bart Starr's the man. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback for the Packers.
Those are just insane numbers. I mean, those are like not even just numbers though. I'm sorry. I'm moving on from that. Those are just crazy names to be mentioned among. And like sometimes you see like some of those records, there are Milk Plums and Bart Starrs, but when you sprinkle a little, Tom Brady in there, I mean that's different. It's different. Congrats to Jared Goff, and I pray he keeps going.
Would you call him a top 10 quarterback in the NFL?
If what? If he beats,
right now.
If he beats the record?
Right now.
Right now?
Yeah.
As we stand here.
As we saw Joe Burrow do what he did, as we saw Josh Allen do what he did.
I'm just kidding. I have no issue calling Jared Goff top 10 quarterback at the moment. I mean, he's performing as that. There's no denying it. I mean, look at Josh Allen. As great as Josh Allen is, athletically and gifted with skill and like the things we've seen him do with that football, when you turn the ball over, you're not winning games. We just saw them lose to the Jets without. I mean, we're literally talking about starting Jameson Williams over Zach Wilson. We just saw that team beat Josh Allen's team. So like, if you're not turning the ball over, that's phenomenal. And if I'm being honest with you too, like Jared Goff's style of play, if he is able to keep this up, and let's be real about it, that's not been like the narrative about him though. Coming into like as of recently, he led the league since coming into the league in turnovers. And I'm not talking about like interceptions either. I'm talking about the fumbles, all that stuff. There's a whole Whopper junior hand jokes that were going around. Josh Allen surpassed him since then. I believe Jared Goff's number 2 on that list still. But nonetheless, though, that style of play, look at Tom Brady.
Yeah.
I hate to mention him in the same conversation, but here we are, statistically being mentioned in the same conversation. Tom Brady was never a flashy player. Always caught slack for that. Like, it wasn't true. Tom Brady was never a flashy guy. He'd give you some every once in a while. It's crazy enough. I feel like he got better with age almost,
Yeah.
Tom Brady. He is truly the GOAT. But, like, that's what Patrick Mahomes had to learn, too. I don't know if you guys remember the Super Bowl he lost to Tom Brady. He also was missing offensive linemen, but he was just flinging that thing down there. I had a conversation. It took Darius Slay in like a 20-minute conversation, because he was just looking at me like I was crazy to like sell me on Tom Brady. He's like, he just makes the right play.
Yeah.
Every time, just makes the right play. And with Jared Goff in a system that he's
You had to get
been
sold
a part of
on
now.
Tom Brady?
I always had the respect, but I was just like, I know. My guy was Aaron Rodgers back in the day. I'm there now because he's right. But that's how Jared Goff operates too, especially within this offense, especially with the weapons that Brad Holmes provided him. They're giving him everything he needs to be a top 10 quarterback, and he's proven himself as a top 10 quarterback. What's given to him, you can't take that away from him.
No, for sure. He's gone out there, he's made plays, he's playing the best ball of his life right now, and I love to see it. It's perfect for the Detroit Lions, perfect for him and his situation, and he's going out there, he's balling. He hasn't turned the ball over, and that's how you win football games. You score points and you don't turn the ball over, and more than likely you're going to win the game. So I'm happy for Jared Goff. I'm happy for the records he's setting, for the records he's approaching, and hopefully the streak continues Sunday against the Seahawks.
And some of it, let's be real, some of it has to do with a little bit of luck. Like, I know we're all familiar with the situation with Matt Milano, where Jared Goff hit a Michael Jackson move and just threw the ball right to him. I don't know what's going on with that one. And obviously the Chicago Bears dropped, but like still, like the Chiefs game, clean.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'll send it to Chris maybe tomorrow. Jared Goff had a sidearm in the Chiefs game. Stopped him on the run, planted his foot, little.
Jared Goff has been making a lot of this happen, but he's not doing it alone. He's not doing it alone, and it's impressive to see what the guys are doing for him and how they're pulling for him. And if you want to hear about how Jared Goff is going to continue this success, all you got to do is tune into the Detroit Lions pregame show with Woodward Sports, hosted by the greatest sports anchor in the history of sports talk show, Jeff Iafrate. Like, this guy, Stephen A. Smith, who it is Jeff Iafrate. Make sure you guys tune in to the Lions pregame show before every Lions home game and away game, Sundays at 9:30 to 11:30, hosted by Jeff Iafrate and special guests. We don't even get names on the graphic. We're just special guests because it's the Jeff Iafrate show.
Yeah, how about it's not a thing anymore, so never mind.
Damn. But like I was saying,
He didn't do it alone.
Jared Goff has not done it alone, man. You look at Ben Johnson, how he's tailored this offense to work to Jared Goff's strengths, to make sure that he's not putting him in situations where he has to make difficult throws. And the offensive line, man, keeping him clean, having him be the least sacked quarterback who per a certain amount of snaps played last year. it definitely plays a factor into it. And that's not taking away anything from Jared Goff, because obviously he's still making great decisions and great throws with the ball, but it's a team effort, man, and I guarantee you he'll tell you the same thing. So it's just impressive all around, and it's very impressive for Jared Goff to be in talks with Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady for consecutive completion streaks without an interception.
And that's the thing too, is like, and then that's where like people I get like in the crossfire, people like believing I'm a haters, because like you have to. That stuff is very. Thanks, Chris. I'm playing. You have to admit that like that is part of it. Ben Johnson's a part of that success, very much so. We saw Jared Goff without him, and we see him with him, and we saw, as a matter of fact, the same team with the same roster. It was a lot better with Ben Johnson got involved in that offense, and that's the fear of commitment with him. I believe on Brad Holmes' part, maybe a little bit too, is that hey, we know we can't lock down Ben Johnson here, and we know this guy works when Ben Johnson's his coordinator. Now. Odds are Ben Johnson's going to move on to become a head coach at some point
next year,
as soon as possibly as next year.
Brandon Staley's gone.
If you lock him down and make the commitment to Jared Goff with no Ben Johnson, it's risky. It's risky with Ben Johnson, top 10 quarterback, with Ben Johnson, phenomenal. I mean, like it's night and day.
Yeah,
it quite literally is, and that's where there's a concern and cause for pause. But as of now, under Ben Johnson, with these weapons, beautiful.
Yeah,
and I think that, and kudos to Brad Holmes too for also realizing that, like, hey, you know, Jared Goff isn't going to throw it down there 50 yards every single time. He may get, when the guy's wide open or open enough for him to make the play, he'll do it. But like, if not, we're gonna get you a speedy wide receiver, and Jameson Williams. We'll get you a speedy tight end, and Sam Laporta. Get you a speedy, multifaceted pass-catching running back, or weapon, if you will, and Jahmyr Gibbs. And we're going to get them in the balls when they get open, and they're going to make plays from then on.
Yeah, they tailored this offense to Jared Goff and what he does best, and that's what you have to do with your quarterback. And, again, not taking anything away from Jared Goff, because he's still got to go out there and produce, and he has. He's been playing very well, and hopefully he continues to do the same against the Seahawks this week, because I'm kind of calling for a blowout against the Seahawks. Is that crazy? I'm thinking like 31-17.
I pulled up the stat yesterday. Only 12 yards of total offense in that second half for the Seattle Seahawks. I mean,
and this isn't
that's rough.
This isn't the 2020 Rams defense. Like, they still got Aaron Donald, but they're not. Name me another player on the Rams defense other than Aaron Donald.
You'd be hard pressed. To find somebody impressive on there. You gonna say something real quick, Chris?
Yeah, I was just gonna say the only thing that gives me pause for cause on that, Spencer, is how just they lost that game that they definitely should have won, and you know how teams bounce back very strong, and Pete Carroll being a good coach, like that's the only thing. But like logically, if you're looking at it, Spencer, yeah, you can. At this point, am I shocked that Seattle would be a blowout? No, I'm not. And this is coming from a guy who said coming into the season that the two hardest games of the entire season were the first two games, and I think that Seattle does not look formidable, but at the same time, you can't underestimate any given Sunday in a bounce back.
Yeah, that's for sure. We'll see. Obviously, we're going to be talking about it a lot this week. It's a big matchup for the Lions in their home opener against the Seahawks. But first, Easy, tell us about Mark White.
When buying or selling real estate, flexibility control over the sales process is key. Sellers, how would you like the freedom of canceling your listing agreement at any time for any reason with no penalty? It's exactly what Mark White and Associates offer. It's called the minute-by-minute listing agreement by Mark White and Associates. Looking to buy or sell real estate? Visit markwhitesells.com or call them at 248-290-8242. Again, that's 248-290-8242 or markwhitesells.com. We'll be right back.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel. Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
At the Academy of Warren, they have a new state-of-the-art sports dome field house that has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, and soccer field, which can also be used for 7-on-7 football. With K-8, which features AM and PM latchkey, smaller classroom sizes, a learning street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, and so much more. The Academy of Warren is now accepting new enrollments, so go and check them out online right now at theacademyofwarren.net. Now, back to the heavies.
Thank you, Jay Bussey. What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening to it on audio platforms, leave a 5-star review for Easy, for Chris, for JB. I am Spencer Raxter, and we are the Woodward Heavyweights. We just got done, dipping our toes in the water of Lions Seahawks, talking a little bit about Jared Goff. And while we're on the topic, DK Metcalf, known cheap shot artist, known scumbag, had words about the Detroit Lions' prized free agent signing Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. In a quote, DK Metcalf said about Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and their upcoming Week 2 matchup, he's soft. That's all there is to it. He can't guard me, is what DK Metcalf said about Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. If there's one thing we know about CJGJ, he doesn't need anything to get hyped. He doesn't need anything to get ready to play on Sunday. He doesn't need anything to get him juiced up for a game. But DK just gave him something. And I guarantee we're going to see Chauncey Gardner-Johnson lay DK Metcalf out on Sunday. At least once. He shouldn't have been talking shit. He's going to make you feel the pain. This is a guy.
I'm going to make you feel the pain.
I'm going to make you feel the pain, brother. He's going to put him on the turf at least once. I guarantee. I understand DK Metcalf is a physically imposing man. He is a scary human being. That is not someone that I would want to try to tackle. But I'm not Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. None of us here are Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. He's built different, and he's most certainly not soft. He's gonna smack DK Metcalf across the middle. I'm excited to see it because, like I said, this is a guy that doesn't need any extra words, doesn't need any extra bulletin board material to get him juiced up for a game. But DK Metcalf just gave it to him.
I'm hesitant to make this call out. I mean, not really a call out. I guess we're just speaking on like what's reported we've spoke on. But like last time we did this, it came to Jeff Okudah.
This ain't Jeff Okudah. That's why I'm not scared. This ain't Jeff Okudah. This ain't mid walking through the door. This is one of the best safeties in the NFL walking through the door. This is one of the best playmakers defensively in the secondary in the NFL. That's why I expect him to go out there and show up. I expect him to go out there and make some plays. Like I said, he's not going to drop 2 interceptions again. And he's not going to let this slight talk from DK Metcalf slide.
Oh,
we keep receipts around here.
He's used to the talk.
Yeah.
Because he brings it. He encourages it. That's why DK feels the type of way. They must have came across each other at some point during their NFL careers. And CJGJ's been a talker. You saw it when Calvin Ridley was just in here for the joint practice. Mm-hmm. They were going back and forth about it. He's like, he's a good player, just can't shut his mouth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
talks too much.
That's what CJGJ is. This is no. You're right. This is different than Jeff Okudah. This is CJGJ we're talking about. This guy not foreign. This isn't foreign territory for him. He's not going to fold under the pressure. He invites it. That's one thing you love about a good quarterback. Attribute of a good quarterback. We always say talking that shit.
Yeah.
And CJGJ stays talking that shit. Because when you talk the talk, you got to walk the walk. You got to back that shit up. And now he's not going to guard him one-on-one. I don't understand. Like, him saying that is kind of silly because he's a safety nickel where he's more of like an outside receiver in terms of like DK Metcalf. But I wouldn't be surprised to see them get a little chippy. We saw DK Metcalf push down
a temper tantrum.
Yeah, threw a temper tantrum against the Rams and shove a guy to the ground. And it's like,
you know what?
Roid rage or something. I don't even know what's going on over there.
I'm doing it again.
Oh, man.
I'm not scared.
Don't jinx us. Come on.
DK Metcalf. Last year, we called you out on this show, on this very show. We called you DK Midcalf. And you went out there, and props to you, you balled. But like I said, this ain't Jeff Okudah you're lining up against. This isn't mid-on-mid crime anymore. This is Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. This is a real-ass motherfucker lining up against you. And I guarantee you, like Brian Dawkins says, If you come across that middle, you gonna feel it, Cooley. You gonna feel it. I guarantee, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson lays you out at least once in this game. He's not soft. Detroit's not soft. We're putting on our ski masks and we're knocking DK Metcalf. I'm not going to say Metcalf because he showed us up last time. We're knocking DK Metcalf to the turf. You better believe it, and you better be scared to come across that middle with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson floating around.
Hey. That's you. That's you, DK. I respect you. I think a good player. I was looking for the quote in a video form. I couldn't find it. I don't even know if you said these words. But DK, DK was like semi-respectable with Jeff. There's no way he's like disrespecting CJ, bro.
I don't know. We've seen him throwing temper tantrums and throwing players down for no reason.
Yeah, but he was speaking on Jeff. He was kind of like, yeah, he's a good player. Like CJ's for sure a good player. I don't know if he'd be saying, but CJ does talk that shit.
He talks that shit.
Chris, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, at this point, it seems like a Detroit thing because at this point, it's not like he's calling out the same matchup every year. This is different matchups, back-to-back years. Something about Detroit has got DK Metcalf, riled up, and I just think at this point, DJ, you're not only doing this for you, but you're doing this for the city at this point because he's got some issue in the city, and you got to let it be known. It can't fly around here. And shit can't be sweet.
He listens to us. DK Metcalf's a fan.
He liked the
reel.
Yeah.
He commented on the reel when we called him DK Metcalf.
Say LOL or some shit.
Yeah. And like I said, props to you, Metcalf. You showed up. You went out there and you balled on Jeff Okudah. But like I said, this ain't mid you're lining up against no more. This isn't your grandma's Detroit Lions. This isn't your older sister's Detroit Lions. This is the brand new Detroit Lions. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is a player that we haven't had in a long time, and I guarantee he puts you on the turf.
Here's my thing. Whatever. Call me scared or afraid if you want. I can't. I'm looking for the quote, and I just don't want to wake up a monster if it's not necessary and or a real quote. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at the guys. You know what? We're gonna get him on the show this week. Corbin K. Smith. That's who's coming from, right?
Yeah.
Locked on Seahawks. We're gonna get him on the show this week.
Locked on Seahawks. You don't think that's a reputable source?
No, I just don't know if the tweet is real. Anyone can just make you know what I'm saying? I can't find it on his Twitter thread. I'm looking. That would be on video.
DK? What if he didn't say it on video?
It's all on video. As soon as you're in the locker room, they're putting the cameras in your face. I mean, I'm not that worried either way. Again.
Sound worried.
Jeff, well, because
you do sound worried. You sound scared.
We woke up listen. We're doing the same thing twice here. We woke up a monster last year.
I'm not scared anymore. I'm not worried about this defense.
I'm not gay no more.
I am delivered. I'm not worried.
I'm not gay no more.
We have guys that can back this up now.
Like women.
Saying that about Jeff Okudah, yeah, might have been a mistake. I'm saying it about Chauncey Gardner-Johnson now. It's not a mistake. He's going to back up the talk.
You want me to give you actual evidence so like you can actually talk your shit, Spinny? I'm going to side with you on this one. And if this is true, if I guess come game day, if Charles Cross remains with toe sprain and he's out, and Abe Lucas is out with his knee situation, they're not running deep. They're not going to have time.
They're not going to get him the ball.
They're not going to have time. Yeah. So
that's even better.
I'm with you. That's
Throw
what I'm
the
saying.
ball to DK Metcalf behind the line of scrimmage. Let Chauncey Gardner-Johnson get a running start and put him on the ground like he did Isaiah Pacheco in the Super Bowl.
I'm with you.
Be ready for it. Be ready for the smoke. Because we're bringing the ski masks. And you're not going to like it.
Yeah, because this tweet's from Cade Goat, too. He's got a Michigan emblem in his name. He's saying per Corbin Smith.
Per.
It don't matter. I'm Team CJ. I ordered my ski mask today. That's another thing, too. Or do we have time for this one? Should we save it for the next one?
We can save it for the next one. So why are you scared of DK Metcalf? We got 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
What do you mean? By the way, I'm not scared of DK Metcalf.
Sounds like it.
It's awfully reminiscent of when Spencer called out aliens and you guys shook.
That is true.
I did get shook then. I was not a fan
aliens
of that one.
Aliens are pussies.
Yep. Like, I'm not a fan of that. That's just like...
Yeah. If you want to show me you're not a pussy, beam up easy right now.
Bet you won't.
If you want me to believe, probe this man.
Come on. I mean, come on. I have a legitimate. Like, I'm allowed to be because black guys die first and then win all the time.
It's true.
To the me or JB, he's the one talking all that shit. We're gonna be the ones to die first. It's fucked up.
Facts.
But we did this song and dance last year.
Again, this isn't the Lions secondary of last year.
And then he came back to talk shit. He's smart.
I don't care.
No one even saw it. It looked cool, but no one even saw
Thanks. This isn't the Lions secondary of last year. We got playmakers out there. We got guys that can back this talk. This isn't Jeff Okudah getting ragdolled. This is Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Cam Sutton, hopefully Emmanuel Mosley, year 2 Kirby Joseph. This isn't your mother's Detroit Lions secondary. This isn't your Detroit Lions secondary of last year. This is the brand new Lions. They're going to go out there. They're going to do their shit, and they're going to put people on the turf.
Word for word, bar for bar.
Copy my whole flow. Listen, I doubt that DK's gonna have a big game, especially those left tackles or those 2 tackles are out. So I'm cool with it. Did you see they're talking about signing Jason Peters?
Yeah, please bring in Jason Peters. Do it.
Ass.
His ass will get cooked too. We'll put up the problem against him. His old ass won't be able to catch up with that kind of speed.
Honestly,
fuck you mean?
You might be right. James Houston got his knees to buckle in.
What's that left side of the line going to do? Please put Jason Peters on the left side of the line. Have James Houston at the edge, Hutch right next to him. Come on now. You don't want this smoke, Seahawks. Like I said, bro, 31-17.
That score?
31-17 Lions.
17-31, yeah. Because like the home team comes after.
31-17 Lions.
That works too, I guess. But technically.
They are winning the game 31-17.
It's technically speaking.
Nobody says 17-31. Except for Fetty
Look, I just learned from my lessons. That's all. He came back to talking shit again.
B. Taylor, yesterday's price is not today's price.
Facts.
It's facts.
Jason Peters has already signed with Seattle.
Good.
Sheesh.
Put him out there. Let him start, please.
41 years
please
old.
Put his old ass out
says.
there. Let him get cooked by James Houston. He can't handle that kind of speed.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
Did Jason Peters play last year? I'm about to look it up.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
For who?
Jason Peters with the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll check to see if he played. How about you tell us about Guardian Alarm?
I will. Because DK Metcalf's going to need some defense when he sees Chauncey Gardner-Johnson beating down on him. And he can Guardian Alarm. Guardian Alarm will offer you customized solutions from real experts. They're professional technicians. Take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and know a Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology. It's been proven to work in people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800. Stay out. And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune in to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour.
You're a good coach, Tim. Oh, great shot.
Some of the biggest names in Michigan sports, and some, well, not so much.
Good, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, shit. Go in.
Watch episodes at woodwardsports.com.
Experience the true meaning of exceptional cannabis products with Dispo Dispensary. With over 12 locations, including their new location, Whitmore Lake, which will be at this Friday at 50 North Territorial Road. Dispo's never far away. It's why they're your local cannabis plug. Dispo Dispensary, DISPOshops.com. If you can't make it out there, they deliver it to you. Dispo Shops. Join me, Spinny, Ermanni, Braylon Edwards, and Maz. We'll all be there this Friday at Whitmore Lake. Check it out.
Check it out. What up, though, everybody, and thank you for joining us on the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like the stream. If you're listening on an audio platform, leave a 5-star review. We just got done talking about Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and DK Metcalf and allegedly the words that were said. Now let's talk about words that we know were said from Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is slowly becoming my favorite player on this team.
Just call him slow.
Slowly becoming my favorite player on this team. And I hope the Lions extend this man. The energy he brings, his play, his ability, how he galvanizes the defense, how he lights people up, makes plays on the ball. This is a guy you want to keep around. This is a culture guy. This is obviously an on-the-field play type of guy. And he's got a calling card already for the Detroit Lions in this game, in this season, and that being his blue ski mask. And he is calling the fans. This is from Eric Woodward. He says, Lions defensive back C.J. Gardner-Johnson says he wants to see blue ski masks everywhere at the home opener Sunday. We're villains, right? It's a part of us. It's the culture, he says. I'm changing it. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson wants to see Detroit rapper T Grizzly at the game. I love it, bro. I did it live on air yesterday. I ordered my blue ski mask. Hopefully it fits my big ass head, but we'll see pretty soon if it does or not, because it should be here in 2 days. But
he's like, I want room temperature water and green M&Ms at the game on Sunday.
He's sounding real Ermanni and Edwards with Mazish, but I'm excited. I'm excited, man.
Like I think we got this on video too, by the way.
We got the video of it?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Oh.
Which one are we talking
CJGJ video?
We don't have one in Slack. Did you send it in Slack?
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, it's in there. It's the first thing in Slack. But
let me see then. I think
just no rush.
Yeah.
I love this. I want this guy on where he says we're villains, right? That's the culture. I'm changing it. I fucking love that shit, bro. That's what you want to be. That's what you have to be when you're playing defense. You can't. How many times have we said this on this show? You can't be nice and play football. You can't be choir boys and play football. You got to be mean. You got to be aggressive. You got to be a villain. And when your leader, the man who assembled this team, Brad Holmes, goes on national television wearing a shirt that says villain on it, that is setting a tone. Getting a guy like Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, who is known as one of the most vile shit talkers in the league, that is setting a tone. Going out there, week 1, banner ceremony, Super Bowl defending champions, and kicking their ass in their house, that is setting a tone. These are villain activities. Wear the ski mask, go out there, punch Seattle in their mouth, make them cry back to the West Coast, tell them that's not how we play in Detroit. I fucking love it.
He wants a mask because we're taking what's ours.
Facts.
That's what he wants it for. Play the video. TJ, cut that shit.
I mean, a lot of people compare Detroit and Philly and always say that Phillies fans are a little crazier and nastier. But what do you
Two different roads.
What do you know about Detroit fans so far?
From what I see in the crowd, we got probably the most ruthless fans in the game. So I think from talking crap, they feed off of us. They yell the loudest, and that was a home game for KC. They just love their Lions team. So I think the more we win, the more we're going to see true Lions fans. So.
You haven't played in Ford Field
Yeah.
in a regular season game with the crowd. You'll experience a little in the preseason. They got a little like that. Yeah. Nothing like Sunday.
You gonna see them Sunday. Blue ski mask everywhere.
Okay, what is the ski mask?
What is the ski mask?
You'll figure it out. Because it's going over your head. It's good ski mask.
I started figuring it out.
What Cobra said, we villains, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the fans wear ski masks?
Part of it is the culture. I'm changing it.
Blue ski mask.
We can get you one.
Yeah.
No more paper bags. Ski masks?
No paper bags. Ski mask. We taking what's ours.
Well, you want the fans?
Say it again. New shells.
We'll mention it to the fans. That's what you want.
I mean, I ain't got to. It's already evident. They see what it's on.
Right.
What's up?
That's the first we've heard.
That quote right there, bro. If that doesn't get you juiced, he said no paper bags, ski masks. We're taking what's ours. I love this man. I love this man. This is a guy I want on my football team. This is a guy I'd go to war with. No paper bags, ski masks. We're taking what's ours. Because you all know, Lions fans used to wear paper bags to the games. when they got blacked out on national television because they didn't sell enough seats, when they were 0-16, when they had Dan Orlovsky running out of the back of the end zone, when they were ashamed to show their faces in Ford Field. It's a different era now. This is the brand new Detroit Lions for a reason. We are the villains. We are going to take what's ours. Chauncey, I'm with you, brother. I got my ski mask on the way. I ordered it yesterday live on air. I'm going to be wearing it downtown on Sunday, ready to take what's ours from the Seahawks. I love that shit, bro.
Got the ski mask because 1, you're taking what's yours. 2, we're murdering the competition. No face, no case, baby. Ski mask up. We about to murder the Seattle Seahawks, man. Geno Smith's dead now, you know?
Dead now.
You're done.
What you talking about, son?
Little waste, man, yeah?
Waste, yeah.
He's gone. You're dead now, eh? Fucking hell, mate.
Wait, what?
Easy went through 4 different accents in that little monologue, but still. This shit, like I said, bro, my favorite player on this team is Penei Sewell because of what he did to establish the culture, because of what he did getting in the face of Aaron Donald, boxing up Nick Bosa, boxing up Micah Parsons, doing whatever he does, moving people around. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is closing the gap on Penei Sewell for my favorite player on this team. This man is everything. Like, this is who I would want to play football with. This is what I would do. I used to play football. I'd talk shit like this. I love this, man. You can't be nice and play football. You can't be cute and play football. You got to hate the man lined up against you. You got to believe you will dominate the man lined up against you. And out of everything he is, a great player, a playmaker, a smart guy, great football IQ, he's confident. That man is confident he will win his matchup every single snap. I love it.
And I love it. Yeah. How you feeling, JB? You got your ski mask ready?
Actually, surprisingly enough, I just ordered mine before the show started. So it will be here on Friday. I will be wearing it on the live stream too come Sunday. So, hey, I'm hyped up for it. Let's go, CJ, GJ. I bought a 2-pack, Chris, so you can have the other one.
All right, yeah, for sure. Because I'm gonna be doing the Lions pregame, so I gotta be right.
You gonna wear it in the whole pregame?
Hell sure. Yeah. Oh, I'm wearing it to the tailgate.
Oh, to the tailgate for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. We're on demon time.
I'm gonna run up to somebody's tailgate and snag a beer. Be like, we villains, and then run away.
We're taking what's ours.
We're taking what's ours.
You're done now, eh?
They're done now, eh?
Hey, that's the line right there. We taking what's ours.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Taking what's
ours.
No
more paper bags.
And we're murdering the competition.
Ski masks. Because we're taking what's ours. I'm tweeting that right now.
I mean, you got to quote him. He said it.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to quote him.
How about you talk about Woodward, Maine first?
Woodward, Maine. Lions Insider Show. Make sure you guys check it out if you want to hear all the great news about the Detroit Lions. Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, the legend, the myth, the man, Terry Foster, the myth. Terry Foster. You know he likes to wrestle women. They call him the Growler. He's the man. Make sure you guys tune in to the Lions Insider Shows Tuesdays 7 to 8 a.m. and Sundays 8 to 9 a.m. to get the best coverage about the Detroit Lions anywhere in the state. But yeah, bro, I love this shit. I love this shit. Juices me up, man.
I beat you to the tweet.
Did you really?
Yeah. What a scumbag.
You are a scumbag for that.
I also was going to make fun of you, too, because it's quite literally already tweet. That's where we got the video from. Shout out Corey Edwards. Or Corey Woods. I'm with the shits. I'm definitely I got my ski mask. I'll be down there Sunday. You catch me at shed number 5 in Eastern Market. We have some free food, free drinks. There are tickets to get in, though. So make sure you guys copy your tickets at bullseyeeventgroup.com. But before that, Spinny, can you tell us about Planet Fitness?
Nope. I got to tweet first before you steal it like a chump.
Already did.
All right, well, I'm putting it out there now.
Done. That tells about Planet Fitness.
Planet Fitness, home of the judgment-free zone, where you can work out in a non-intimidating, judgment-free atmosphere. The gym that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. You can get a full-body workout in 30 minutes, the 30-minute circuit. All memberships include fitness training. You get all that for just $10 a month, or you can upgrade the Black Card for $24.99. Get used to all the amenities. Join in Club or online, Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Hey, this is Mr. Kearney, Chief Academic Officer, Academy of Warren. I want to welcome you to the brand new Field House. The state-of-the-art facility has a regulation basketball court, volleyball court, soccer field. It can be used for 7-on-7 football. Our K-8 academic features AM, PM, latchkey, small classroom sizes, learning street, futuristic media center, free breakfast and lunch, Holton Mifflin curriculum, academic games, K-8 athletics, and more. Enroll today at academywarren.net.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Burgers and chicken sandwiches are taking over at Big Boy. Try our new pretzel bacon cheeseburger. Turn up the heat with Bob's Hot Chicken Sandwich. Upgrade those regular fries with our chili cheese fries or loaded baked potato fries. Hit your sweet tooth with funnel cake fries or Reese's chocolate peanut butter thunder cake. Load up on all your favorites today at Big Boy.
What could be better than watching celebrities like Braylon, Darren McCarty, and Jim Harbaugh play golf? Playing golf yourself and being treated like a celebrity, that's what. Stop by any Randy Wise dealership for your chance to play golf like a celebrity. VIP transportation, free golf to one of Michigan's best tracks, and a tasty steak dinner. Compliments of Fairway Pack Company. Make the wise decision and get Randy Wise today for your chance to win. Bone Journal. And welcome back.
I'm reporting your Twitter.
To live on sports.com. I'll be more easy.
Good thing I got your Twitter logged in on my phone.
Rex, Young Chris, JB Smooth. You got my Twitter logged in on your phone?
Yeah.
You don't.
I do.
You don't now.
I do.
You don't.
All right.
Me know you don't.
That's why I'm gonna post Chris's dick pic from your Twitter later.
I'm gonna post your dick pic from that.
I sent you that in confidence. All right.
All right. Before you went off on your, I don't want to do that to you. I don't want to pick on you like that. Before we went off your tangent, we were talking about the game.
Yes.
Detroit Lions, Seattle Seahawks versus Detroit Lions at Ford Field, which I don't know if you guys, Dan Campbell obviously called it out. I'm starting to see that trending on Twitter. Mm-hmm. We want to be the loudest stadium. I would love to have a record here in Detroit. That would be amazing. On top of our 2-0 record, I want the highest decibel record for any indoor arena. I'll take that one all day if we can't beat the outdoor ones. But Detroit Lions are favored by 5.5 points, Spinny. It's kind of a weird spread. It's not quite a touchdown. Not quite. It's obviously over a field goal.
Yeah.
How you feel? Does that make you nervous at all? I mean, it's kind of weird, right?
I think it's a little disrespectful, honestly.
Wow.
Yeah. Seeing what the Seahawks did against the Rams, seeing how they went out there and couldn't get any pressure on Matt Stafford against the Rams offensive line, how they were getting dominated by the Rams defense, who, like I said, we know Russ Yeast just because he's been a meme lately. Mm-hmm. And Aaron Donald, but can you name me 5 Rams defenders off the top of your head? I bet you $100 you can't. I think it should be higher than that. I think this is still a little disrespectful. I think it should be a 7-point spread at least.
7 points?
7 points.
5.5 is...
Give me the Lions by a touchdown. Easy.
I really got to figure out...
I'm about to put money on this for sure.
I got to figure out what the tackle situation to be for the Seattle Seahawks. I almost made a trade for Kenneth Walker with Jeff Firefredy today in fantasy football. I was talking him into it, and I ended up canceling my trade.
Because you talked yourself into it?
You talked myself out of it.
I hate when I do that.
Well, no, it's legit, though, because Kenneth Walker is nice. I love Kenneth Walker. I mean, he was a man that, listen, and we're not going to bring up the name, but he made a certain coach look really good at Michigan State. And once that certain coach lost Kenneth Walker III, he didn't look the same. Kenneth Walker is him. He almost single-handedly beat that Michigan team.
He did.
With Aiden Hutchinson, with freaking I can't think of his name. He's in the Ravens now. David Ajabo.
Dax Hill.
Freaking the defensive tackle that's in Dallas now too.
Yeah,
Mozzie
Smith.
Like that's a stacked Michigan.
He did single-handedly beat that team.
He did.
5 touchdowns.
He did. Yeah. He's a dog, and I wanted him. But then you look at the Seattle again. If you guys weren't here for this early in the show, the Seattle Seahawks only had 12 yards in total offense in the second half of that game. Mm-hmm. I get this, Aaron Donald. But the difference in the first half and the second half was those tackles.
Yeah.
Without those tackles, I mean, listen, I would love to have a little bit of nervousness about this game. And I did at one point. But without those tackles, it's just not there. With them, that's a scary team. I ain't going to lie to you. Geno Smith, all right, whatever, say what you want about him, but the weapons surrounding him with Njigba, DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Kenneth Walker III. I like Zach Charbonnet. I was high on him coming out of the draft.
Yeah.
And the defense is somewhat respectable. I mean, the defense is respectable. Let's be real about it. They
didn't look
picked 6.
respectable against the Rams.
Didn't look respectable.
I understand on paper they look good.
Yeah.
But it's what have you done for me now?
Yeah.
What have I seen you do? And against the Rams,
it's fair.
They looked bad on offense and on defense. They had like negative 12 passing yards in the second half. Shit was not good. So I understand on paper they look great. On paper communism looks great. But that shit doesn't work when you actually go out there and do it. It doesn't work. So when I saw the Seahawks in motion, when I saw them actually do things, they did not look good.
Now I respect Pete Carroll now.
I respect Pete Carroll too.
I'm not.
I respect Pete Carroll now.
I do. Pete Carroll's a fucking man. I mean, as much as I love Dan Campbell, Pete Carroll's had his foot in his ass for the past 2 years.
Yes, indeed.
Unequivocally. Yes, indeed now.
Y'all come back now, yeah?
Y'all come back now, yeah? But I'm saying, I mean, especially the one in Seattle, bro. Like, did they put up like a 50 burger? It was like 50 plus the game in Seattle. I get it was Tim Boyle, but Tim Boyle doesn't play defense. I mean, Pete Carroll didn't give him a lovely motherfucker. And then we just went over it in the beginning of the show how Jared Goff, you know, is breaking records, especially here in Detroit. Especially here in Detroit. I mean, I guess what's his name was on that list? Whoever the hell he was. Burt something. I don't know. For
Burt
that interception
Macklin?
list. Burt Macklin? Sure. We'll go with that one. But, I mean, those records aren't broken by Detroit quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Derek Carr was up there.
Bart Starr?
Not Bart Starr. He played for the Packers.
Milt Plum?
Milt Plum. Did he really play for the Lions?
Yeah.
Okay. Milt Plum. I guess he was on that list.
Yeah.
But Jared Goff is doing things that we just haven't seen here in Detroit. Jared Goff is a part of a situation here at the Lions that I've seen my entire life. And I don't even remember where I was going with this initially, but that's just the truth of it. Pete Carroll still owned him twice. But Jared Goff doing those special things. A pick 6 specifically to a rookie DB and Tariq Woolen. That happened the last time they were here in Ford Field.
Tariq Woolen's good. He's a great player. He had a great game, but you need more than that. You need more than one guy to make a team, and the Seahawks did not look good. Obviously, I'm not taking them lightly. I'm just high on the Lions.
Yeah.
And the matchups are what I'm so high on. Why I think this is going to be the route it is because of both of their starting tackles more than likely being out. And what is the second best, if not best factor of the Lions defense? Their edge rushers. Why I'm taking highly is because of what I saw their defensive line not be able to do, which is even touch Matthew Stafford. The man looked like he didn't play a game after he got out. His jersey was clean. He could have worn it next week. Kelly didn't even have to throw it in the washer. Like, that thing was spotless. And if they can't get pressure on Matt Stafford
with a rookie
offensive line, what the hell are they going to do when they go up against the top 3 offensive line in the NFL?
I got to be honest with you, I'm not that worried about Geno Smith. I don't know if it's over you over here and the Kool-Aid is splashing over me.
I'm
getting out of control over there.
I'm Kool-Aid sipping, man. I'm spraying my Kool-Aid everywhere.
You made a pierce yesterday when you talked about Kool-Aid. I mean, but I mean, I don't know what it is, man. Coming into the week, I did respect the Seattle Seahawks. I think Dan Campbell respects the Seattle Seahawks. But then I listened to Pete Carroll's press conference yesterday, and he sounds nervous as hell. He called Detroit one of the hottest teams in the league right now, which is crazy to say. It's only been like 1 week. But, I mean, coming into the season, we certainly were. And the Detroit Lions do that, too. They knew it last year as well. Another thing, too, is, I mean, he is dealing with the tackle situation. He is dealing with the situation. I mean, like you said before, too, when we're talking about the CJGJ stuff. CJGJ wasn't here last year.
Yep.
He is now.
Cam Sutton wasn't here last year.
They cooked
Emmanuel
Kirby.
Mosley, is he going to play?
And by the way, I saw in the chat somewhere, I have to find the numbers to back it up. Maybe I'll use it for my buy the numbers.
Buy the numbers.
But I heard somebody say Emmanuel Mosley is the DK Metcalf equalizer. Yeah, like
I mean, he's a big, rangy, physical corner that can follow someone around. And he's fast. And he's got great ball skills. Like, on paper, he's the best corner on the Lions roster. If they get him back, if he's healthy, if he's ready to go, I might say more than 31-17.
Come on, though. You're being
just saying,
disrespectful now. That kind of stuff don't happen. I mean, the Lions
happened to the Giants just got blown out 40-0. Yeah, who's better, Daniel Jones or Geno Smith?
Can't do half that.
It's kind of a toss-up.
Yeah, but
whose offensive line is
Daniel
better?
Jones doesn't have
equally the same.
Daniel Jones doesn't have
that is fair.
Yeah, Jackson and Jigba.
He's got Dante Pettis, bro.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy? No, I don't think it's going to be anything like 40-0, but I'm expecting a route, man. I'm expecting the Lions to take advantage of the guys they have, to take advantage of what they do and make sure things go their way. And, you know, after this route, you're going to get the two biggest Kool-Aid drinkers out there live on the call for the post-game show, and that is Maz and Stick. Make sure you guys tune in after the game for the Woodward Sports post-game show directly after all Lions games this season. Maz and Stick holding it down with weekly special guests. It's going to be great, especially if the Lions win in their home opener. Now, I'm just, oh, man.
Kirk Ford has a comment. Says, I heard a rumor the Jets called the Lions inquiring about a trade for a QB. I think it's a rumor. I mean, I could see him making the call, but I'll be real about it. We had this conversation too once we signed Teddy Bridgewater.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy Bridgewater started games last year with a stacked team, the Miami Dolphins, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. Teddy Bridgewater won 0 games last year.
If you can get a fourth or higher for Teddy Bridgewater, I'm doing it in a heartbeat.
Shipping him. Yeah.
Doing it in a heartbeat.
I mean, we already heard the reports that Hooker's come back at some point during the season.
Yeah.
If that is the, you know what I'm saying, I just don't believe that's like, I think I saw somewhere on Twitter that, you know, Brad Holmes just may tear his Achilles running to make sure that trade goes through. You know, ready to push that one through right away. Because hell yeah, why the hell wouldn't you? There's already reports that Hooker's coming back a little bit early, but that's just rumors. There's no validity to that. I don't know that that's the one guy you're calling for. I'd rather have a Jameson Williams, if I'm being honest with you. Or Jameis Winston, I apologize.
Yeah, I'd rather have Jameis Winston.
There's a whole chunk of names I'd rather have over
Jacoby
Teddy
Brissett.
Bridgewater if I'm trying to make a Super Bowl run.
Yeah.
Like be real. Think about that rumor and think, is Teddy Bridgewater a Super Bowl quarterback? All right, move on. It's probably just talk. Sick of that. I got caught up in it almost too. The Mike Evans stuff, which, you know, may or may not be a thing. But
I'm making that call.
You were going to call off your Lions, you're saying?
Oh, for Mike Evans, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For Mike Evans, yeah. For
Are you
Teddy,
making for Teddy too? Actually, yeah, for sure.
Exactly, yeah. Why would you not? Like Spencer said many a times, if your backup quarterback is playing, your season's probably lost already, anyways. And this guy won 0 games with the stacked roster last year. Like, I get the idea of break glass in case of emergency. You definitely want that. I mean, look no further than the 49ers last year. They could have definitely been a Super Bowl team had they had a competent backup quarterback. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'm risking that 1% chance that that's the scenario for that gain of an additional pick that I can then use either in a draft with a GM that's amazing at drafting, or in a trade package to get then a Mike Evans, and then all of a sudden what you're giving up, you know, you got back and netted, so it evened out. Like it's just that's what I would do if I was a GM. I would definitely explore that 100%.
Now, Kirk asked this. I know the answer for most of people because it's, again, Lions team's doing stuff we haven't seen. We don't know how far this is going to take us, but we're actually going places. It feels that way, at least. What if the call was made for Jared Goff? Is there an offer out there big enough, enticing enough for you to say yes and risk what you got going on this year, or at least put it on pause?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. I think it would have to be a package of Quinnen Williams, Garrett Wilson, and a first-round pick.
It'd have to be Godfather offer.
It would have to be a Godfather offer.
And by the way, too, like they're trying to, if they're making a move like that, they're trying to contend for their own Super Bowl. They're not throwing Quinnen Williams in there.
Yeah.
It has to be like first-round pick or the first-round pick or the first-round pick, which, if they're like contending for a Super Bowl, those are later first-round picks.
Yeah, I still don't think. I don't think I'd do it unless
it had to be like 5 first-round picks.
Unless it's literally a Godfather offer.
Yeah. It had to be 5.
I wouldn't do it.
That's the only way. Like, I feel crazy even talking about it.
You haven't won a playoff game in 31 years. Like there is no offer. Let's even remove the Godfather offer, because one, we know it's not realistically happening, and two, like there is no offer that you would trade to end that 31-year playoff win drought. There just isn't, in my mind.
Apollo says if they give us Sauce, Quinnen Williams, and a first, like I
might even need another first out of that one. Something like that. I'm just saying.
And Zach Wilson.
Listen, if this were the off season, if Hendon Hooker were healthy, different conversation. But if this is after week 1, you just beat the defending, reigning Super Bowl champions. Don't give me the asterisk bullshit when we just saw Matthew Stafford and the freaking team of 34 rookies defeat these Seattle Seahawks. I don't want to hear that shit.
What if it's Allen Lazard and Randall Cobb?
Fuck yourself.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm not doing it unless it's the most lopsided trade in the history of the NFL.
I mean, the Lions are at a place they haven't been before. They're also in the top 10 of our power rankings, which we will be getting to next. But
before we get off this topic, I don't know if it's Spencer your tweet or Easy your tweet, but as of right now, blue ski masks are trending on Amazon.
Let's go.
That's hype.
So I don't know whose tweet did it, but somebody's listening.
I mean, mine's probably first.
It's not Easy's. I reported it.
Mine got off.
Hell yeah, that's a real one.
Straight on Amazon though. I tweeted it.
It's probably Chauncey Gardner-Johnson that made it happen. I'm not going to take credit for it, but
I mean, we wrote the second wave. We were on that yesterday.
Yeah, got mine on the order for sure. That's probably why yours was more money. Amazon's jacking those prices up.
My tweet's actually fucking.
Yeah, dude, you're a bitch. Well, let me tell you guys about SMA or the Sports Marketing Agency. The Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. So if you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
Wondering where the best Lions tailgate is? That's easy. It's Eastern Market. The official Detroit Lions tailgate party is at Shed Number 5 in Eastern Market. Woodward Sports will be there broadcasting live for every home game. Spinny and I will be there drinking, eating for the freeski. And you can too. 3-star Michelin buffet featuring Chef Aaron May. VIP parking and even tickets if you need them. How do you sign up? Go to bullseyeeventgroup.com and tailgate like a VIP. That's bullseyeeventgroup.com.
What up, though, everybody? Oh, yeah, Chris Ryder. What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. I'm electric. If you're listening on audio platforms, leave a 5-star review for Easy, for Chris, for JB. I am Spencer Raxter. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. So we just got done talking about the Lions defense, what it can do to improve.
Mm-hmm.
We had on BDE today a Super Bowl champion, a Seattle Seahawks legend, a guy who lives in infamy with the Detroit Lions because he's known for
batting the ball out of the end
punching
zone.
The ball out of the back of the end zone.
Piece of shit.
KJ Wright, linebacker, former linebacker of the Seattle Seahawks, and he had some words about the Detroit Lions defense.
Super Bowl champion KJ Wright joining Big D Energy. KJ, I have to ask you this, the defensive side of the ball, that's your area of expertise. You look at what the Lions have on the defensive line, and certainly that all starts with Aiden Hutchinson and what he brings to the party for Detroit. What is his ceiling? As a guy that knows defense, was a part of one of the greatest defenses the game of football has ever seen, what do you think Aiden Hutchinson's ceiling is? What can he be?
It is still bizarre to me that the Jacksonville Jaguars thought it was a good idea to pass up on Aiden Hutchinson. He was clearly the #1 overall pick, should have been last year. And when I look at what he does on the football field, this is a guy that has potential to be in the same conversation as the T.J. Watts, as a Michael Parsons. He can be a 15-sack type of football player. Had 9.5 last year, and I just watch his energy. I watch his motor. I watch him being a technician at the line of scrimmage. When you have all those tools, all those characteristics on the football field, each and every Sunday, you could be Defensive Player of the Year. And so I love what I see from him. He looks like he's a guy that's rising, being a leader on that football team, and he caused a lot of hell for opponents on the other side of the football. And so I saw the Chiefs last week. The tackle was false starting every play. He was lined up 10 yards in the backfield, and Aiden Hutchinson was still putting pressure on the quarterback. And so I love what he brings to the table. A dominant defender, and definitely one of my favorites to watch on the football field.
Hey, KJ, can you talk about how important, because the improvement on our team with the secondary, right? And adding a CJ Gardner-Johnson, adding a Cam Sutton, rookie Brian Branch, you know, what he's done like that. Now, you played, you know, obviously on the greatest defense, but can you talk about what that means? Because I think that's the imperative improvement that we needed to be able to shut down. But what does a great secondary do for a defense, especially as a linebacker?
Well, what it does, first it starts up front. When you have a guy like Aiden Hutchinson putting on pressure on the quarterback, it makes life so much easier for those guys on the back end. They're able to anticipate quicker, they're able to jump stuff faster, and they know that this ball has to come out in 3 seconds. If it's 4 or 5 seconds, then defensive line, that is on you. And so when you have a guy like Gardner back there that's experienced, pair him with a young rookie, that's a real special tandem that you have on that back end. For those guys to anticipate stuff, communicate well on that back end. You got the guys rushing. I love you guys linebackers as well. But let's not forget about Rodriguez and the rookie that you guys have. So a defense that's really coming together, a team that's still building, still developing their culture and their chemistry. And so the sky's the limit for those guys.
I love it, man. I love KJ Wright. We've had him on a couple times. I talked to him about how, you know, this Legion of Boom Seahawks are one of my favorite teams in NFL history to watch. Cam Chancellor is one of my favorite players in NFL history. The man was an absolute animal. But I love what he said, because I say it every day. Thank you, Jaguars. Thank you, Jaguars, for passing up Aiden Hutchinson.
Facts.
I was so confident during draft day that Aiden Hutchinson, or during the draft 2 years ago, that Aiden Hutchinson was going number 1 overall. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about the Lions potentially being able to get him. I was debating between Trayvon Walker, Malik Willis, Kayvon Thibodeau, Kyle Hamilton, because I was convinced, so was 99% of NFL fans, that Aiden Hutchinson was going number 1 overall. So shout out to you, Jaguars, for letting him slip to us. But KJ's exactly right, man. It makes it so much easier on every single asset of the defense when you have a guy like Aiden Hutchinson who can get to the quarterback, get him off his spot, and make him uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you have multiple of those on top of that. I mean, Aiden Hutchinson's a guy that I would think you'd like to double team. And like, I know we only saw him in limited action, but like, you guys noticed James Houston was in that game last Thursday. Like, when James Houston was in that game, you noticed it. Like, Hutch, you already know that's already signs to deliver. We know what that's bringing.
I feel like Brad Holmes did some mafia shit, bro. I swear.
To get Aiden Hutchinson?
Because, like, where is it? Tyler Chavette in the chat. Hutch has the measurables, size, and the tape. It's true. Bro was a Heisman finalist. One of the best defensive players in the history of the University of Michigan. Like,
yeah.
Brad Holmes must have done something. Must have called the Jaguars GM and been like, listen up.
Got your kid.
I got your kids duct taped in the basement. Unless you let Aiden Hutchinson fall to us, you're never seeing him again. I can't even fathom there had to be one guy in that Jaguars war room when the GM was like, we're going Trayvon Walker. It was like, motherfucker, man. Like, it's you don't pass up on a guy like that. I don't understand. I mean, I understand the upside they saw in Trayvon Walker.
I might buy a Trayvon Walker jersey.
But
in celebration of Aiden Hutchinson.
Facts. But the potential and the upside of Hutch is there as well, and he had the stats to back it up.
Mm-hmm.
Can't even think of how that happened.
Fun story, Don Rivera, I believe it's Paulo, a couple other people in the Woodward Sports chat, something about the small arms. When I met Aiden, I had him sign, I had him do an autograph. I put
you
32.
Mustache?
No, we traded tickets.
Oh, yeah.
But I had him write 32-inch pythons because that was the whole concern on him. I mean, it was one. I guess we would look at the measurements of elite pass rushers, but that's the beautiful thing about Aiden Hutchinson and why he was beautiful on tape. And if you watch the defender den when they drafted him, as they talked about not just rushing the quarterback, but also the run game. Like, Aiden's just a smart player. He's an aware football player. Like, there's more than just pass rushing. With Kayvon, that's all you're getting. You're getting the edge rushing factor of it.
Yeah.
There was concerns of him in the run defense. With Aiden, there was none of that. He had everything. That's why you saw him land up with multiple interceptions last year. He's just an intuitive player. He's got the football instinct.
Yeah.
And not only that, he's just a leader. And maybe not so like vocal. What the fucking word am I looking for?
Vocally.
Yeah, there you go. Vocally.
Verbally.
Verbal and vocal.
Verbally.
I did like a little mixture there. But maybe not so much verbally or vocal either. But the hard work. For damn sure that's what he's doing. I remember the very first time I met Russell Brown in the studios of Woodward Sports, in the hallways of Woodward Sports. And I was like, and he asked me who I wanted. And I was like, well, I like, Jordan Davis for this, like Kyle Hamilton for that. I think Aiden Hutchinson, he would just be Dan Campbell's fishing buddy. They're just two peas in a pot. And if you hear Dan Campbell with a sit down with Jason Garrett, that's the type of player he's looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the type of players he's looking for. People with the same passion for the game of football. If I'm being honest with you guys, Aiden Hutchinson, I mean, I've met him multiple times now. His personality is football.
Yes.
that's Aiden Hutchinson. He's football through and through.
He's a football guy.
He's not like a perfect example, right? I got to meet Kayvon too. Kayvon was, the conversation I had, the reason I got his contact, he was looking where to get Cartier frames.
Mm-hmm.
He was looking to where to get buffs and all this other stuff. Aiden was football. Kayvon's worried about, not that there's a problem worrying about your off-field brand, but if you're an owner of a football team and you're drafting football players, you probably want the guy that's 100% football versus the guy that's like 50-60, or that doesn't even make mathematical sense. 60-40 or whatever it is.
50-60.
You want the guy that's almost just equally talented and loves the game and also multifaceted. They 100% made the correct choice in Aiden Hutchinson, and I can't wait because at Brad Holmes, as we've witnessed year after year after year now, is going to continue to collect more of these Aiden Hutchinson types, more of these James Houstons, more of these Brian Branches. I know we're begging and pleading for a defensive tackle, and Brock Martin may or may not be that, but I tell you what, Brad Holmes got another draft class next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's more than just one round. So this team is just going to get better, man.
Combination.
It's just going to get better.
Combination.
It's
definitely going to get better, and it's just to see how much they've improved, how drastically they've improved, especially defensively, in such a short span of time. Like, you remember week 1 last year? That defense couldn't stop a nosebleed.
Yep.
And it was the Philadelphia Eagles who had one of the best offenses in the league last year, but still, like, to see where they're at now, man, it's given Patrick Mahomes fits, and yeah, he was down Travis Kelce and Kadarius Toney couldn't catch a cold, but it was still, man, those guys were flying around. They're making plays. The secondary is so much better. It's not even funny. Ermanni Oruwariye, cut. Not even on a roster. I mean, he's probably on a roster somewhere. He's probably on a practice squad. He got cut.
Oh, he got cut from New York?
Yeah.
Oh, sheesh.
I mean, I'm sure he's on a practice squad or something. But Jeff Okudah, no-fly zone in Atlanta. Like, get those guys out of here, bro. We got actual dogs back there now.
Real quick, too, just because I know not everybody's in the chat, we are giving away a Jared Goff jersey once the stream hits 300 likes. I know I put it as a poll, but we didn't. I know some people just listen, and it's in the background there. But we didn't, like, officially announce it for the people that aren't just constantly in the chat or, like, watching or like, what? What?
Nothing.
Give away a Jared Goff jersey.
Yeah.
It's actually easy.
We're
so,
not.
like,
We're not?
it's a collectible.
No.
I thought we were.
We're doing a giveaway on Twitter that's going to be announced on our show.
So we're not wrong. Hit 300 likes.
Not today. We're not doing it today.
Well, I didn't say today. I said we're giving out Jared Goff jersey.
You said if this gets to 300 likes.
If this stream gets to 300 likes, we're giving out Jared Goff jersey.
Oh.
What do you...
Nice.
I'm just saying. I'm letting everybody know.
Tell us about Fairway.
I'll tell you about Fairway. You guys like your meat as much as Spencer. It's the best place to go.
Damn right. Meat
For over
missile.
60 years, Fairway Packing Company has provided Michigan's finest restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef, Wagyu beef, and dry-aged beef. Experience the Fairway difference for yourself today. Visit the steak shop in Grosse Pointe Woods for grab-and-go steaks or order online at fairwaypacking.com.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
Now, how would you like to win $100,000 Vegas getaway? You can take your friends and live it up in the city that never sleeps. It's the Cintron Energy. Drink it and live it. Purchase a 24-pack today and enter for your chance to win. You can get them at drinkcintron.com/Vegas or at your local Meijer store. It's Cintron, the healthier energy drink with great taste for the people that look good, feel good, and want to be the best versions of themselves. drinkcintron.com/Vegas for more information.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. If you're listening on audio platforms, leave a 5-star review. Easy.
Yes, sir.
Did you know the Lions have the 3rd best win percentage in the NFL since Week 9 last year?
It's pretty impressive.
Throw up the graphic, Chris.
Throw it up, throw it up.
Watch it all fall out. Listen to the teams they're with and tell me if these teams are good or not. 49ers are at 100%. They haven't lost a game.
100%.
Haven't lost a game since Week 9 last year.
Oh, regular season.
The Bengals are at 88%, and the Lions and Chiefs are tied at third place, 81%.
And we own that tiebreaker.
And we do own the tiebreaker.
Listen, I went on a rant yesterday because there was, and I granted their off-season accolades or off-season, I don't even know what word I'm looking at, hype around the Chicago Bears that was unwarranted. Zero context, nothing to it at all whatsoever. The stat you just had there, the 49ers,
yeah,
the Bengals,
yeah,
the Chiefs,
yeah,
those are good teams.
All teams that have been in the Super Bowl in the past 3 years.
Right? That's what the Detroit Lions are mentioned among. There's actual context to the hype surrounding the Detroit Lions. It's a tangible, legitimate thing. That's why there's like a freaking, what's his face? Your boy, you always listen to his podcast.
Bill Simmons.
Bill Simmons. Now, I don't get the Detroit Lions hype. You're just not doing the homework, bud.
Yeah.
You're just not paying attention.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been one of the only teams consistently whooping ass and taking names. And it's not just no-name teams.
Mm-hmm.
The Jacksonville Jaguars, the New York Giants, the New York Jets that couldn't beat. The Buffalo Bills couldn't beat them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we almost beat the Buffalo Bills last year too. This team's legit. This team, how many more ways can it be expressed to you? Other than the national fucking televised game against the defending Super Bowl champions.
Yeah.
And then guess what? Champions walked away with the hell. We walked away with ski masks.
Ski masks on.
We took what was ours.
We did. On their night. On the banner ceremony. And like you said, this isn't, being in a group with Milt Plum. This is being in a group with 3 of the best teams in the NFL over the past 6 years. The Chiefs, the Bengals, and the 49ers. Any team in the NFL, not named the Bucks, would want to have their success. Would want to be able to do what they've done in the past 5 years in the NFL. And the Lions are right up there with them in win percentage, man. It's beautiful to see. They're not making mistakes. Obviously, this goes back to Jared Goff and his interception-less streak. They're playing the game the right way. They're winning the turnover battle. They're playing tough-nosed defense, and they're running the ball. And that's how you win. That's how you win football games. If you can do those 3 things consistently, you will win a football game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's impressive to watch, man. To see what you remember, Dan Campbell year 1. Do you remember the shit that we had to watch? The team that we saw, the starters that we had to look at, the defense that we were put through. Shout out to Toxic FPV in the Woodward Sports Chat.
Yeah, do it.
Ice cream, so good. But it's just such a drastic difference of not only culture and feel and respectability nationwide, but talent, man. The talent that is walking through those doors in Allen Park every day is just astronomically better than what it was just 2 years ago.
And you mentioned it a little bit earlier too, like when you run the football well, you're playing good defense. Whether you are confident Jared Goff can win a Super Bowl or not, when you're doing those two things, you turning the ball over, you're getting takeaways, I should say. You at least give yourself the opportunity to prove yourself wrong, or people who feel that way wrong. You at least give yourself an opportunity to put yourself in those games or in those moments to where, hey, we're a damn good head coach. I actually saw something earlier this morning. I scrolled past and it was like I didn't even take note to realize who it was. I don't even remember who it was, but they said Dan Campbell matured into a good head coach. No. Take that shit and shove it up your ass. What's gotten better is the roster. Dan Campbell's been a good head coach. Dan Campbell's been this. Dan Campbell was chosen as the interim head coach over Miami for that situation for a reason. He's a natural-born leader. That's what he is. It's how he carries himself. I think it was Ryan Clark who said he speaks to almost every player in the locker room as like an equal. He doesn't look down on people like a Matt Patricia. He's not looking up like a cuck boy over there in Arizona either. He's there. Same motivation, same goals. He's not treating anybody else better. And if he does, he's transparent about it. Hey, this guy's getting treated better because he's a better player. I'm sorry. We got to keep him healthy. He's a stud for us. He's been a good coach. No, he didn't mature into a good coach. Just the roster's gotten better.
Yeah.
He was handed a handful of shit when he got here.
I mean, he also made bad decisions. He also made bad decisions that cost him games.
Well, the only one I would say that
from.
It cost him game for sure is the Minnesota situation. Outside of that, what you had to go for on those fourth downs. And by the way, he's still going for on those fourth downs. That's what I'm saying. He didn't mature into this. He's been that. The only one I could say that had a questionable decision was the situation in Minnesota. And he's been
He did go for it on fourth down on the Chiefs in his own territory.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't mature into that.
Dude's got balls of steel.
He's been that.
Yeah.
It's not anything is different. Other people are scared of it. It's whatever. You guys like Sean Payton too. Sean Payton, halftime kickoff of the Super Bowl. What did he do? Onside kick.
Sean Payton, opening kickoff this year.
Onside kick.
Onside kick.
Like, and guess what lineage Dan Campbell comes from? Sean Payton. Like you have to have balls. It's a game of chances, football. But when you drop a football in itself, when it bounces, there's no predicting where it's going to go.
Dude, the Bill Parcells tree is crazy, man.
It is crazy.
Is it crazier than the pop tree?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah, for sure.
Like 80% of coaches in the NFL today stem from the Bill Parcells tree.
Because isn't Belichick involved in that too or no?
Yeah. Wow. Pop's tree have championships?
Well, Pop has Kerr. And that's really like the biggest, like most successful. The rest are a bunch of very successful coaches or like solidly successful coaches, like Mike Malone of the Denver Nuggets. Like there's a good amount, but yeah, there's no Bill Belichick coming from that tree and Sean Payton. Like those two alone trump whoever is number 2 on Pop's tree.
Yeah. DH95 says, "Hold up, is Decker hurt?"
Yeah.
He missed practice today. He was in a walking boot after the game. I got a feeling it's nothing too serious. I got a feeling it's just precautionary. Dan Campbell, he did this a lot last year, giving those vets rest days coming up to the game. And Broder talked about it. Like a lot of those guys, if they tweak an ankle, roll an ankle, something like that, they'll wear the boot out of just to take pressure off of the joint, off of the foot. So I don't think it's anything too serious. I don't have any information to back that.
I think it's something to be serious. I mean, there's one thing from like just walking out of the game with a walking boot, because that is normal sometimes, just aiding an injury, to him now having practice off. I think there is something to look into.
He did that last year all the time with the vets on the offensive line.
Oh, with Frank Ragnow, yeah. But this is a different situation.
And
this guy is in a walking boot. Like there's veteran off days, yeah. And that's what kind of talking about earlier. Like Dan Campbell's transparent. Certain guys get off days of special treatment because this X, Y. Like he can explain to you why. But him having the walking boot and practice off, that's not just a veteran rest day. That's he can't go on that ankle right now. There's something going on. To what extent or severity it is, I can't tell you. But I can tell you this. I think this Detroit Lions team's still going to be able to perform.
I think Taylor Decker plays on Sunday.
That's why I think when people were trying to give the asterisk in the win there was last week because of the Chiefs lost, complete bullshit. Because this is an elite offensive line unit. It's not just one offensive line that makes this offensive line. Every single one of these guys
need to calm down, man.
What?
Elgato, WTF is wrong with Decker? This isn't good, bro. Bring back Skipper. Like, relax, guys. We don't have any information about the severity of the injury. It's like I said. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays on Sunday.
I wouldn't be surprised either way. But I mean, it doesn't matter either way. Again, I think this team's gonna be able to perform regardless. I mean, bringing back Skipper is a situation they could do. Big V initially was a tackle, with the Eagles.
Yeah, Sorsdale could play tackle.
Yeah, Sorsdale played tackle in college. Like we're good. We saw this story and dance last year. There was multiple guards missing throughout the season, on and off. We were straight.
Yeah.
This is an elite offensive line unit, and I believe that we have one of the best offensive line coaches in football for that very reason. Because when we did miss a guys as good as Evan Brown or Jonah Jackson, we were able to replace it. And you notice at times, obviously, like, one-on-one reps. If you're a lesser player, you're going to lose those. But as a unit, they still performed.
Yeah, and
I'm not tripping.
Eric Kirkland. Decker played the whole game. Chill. Yeah,
exactly.
He played the whole game. He didn't come out at all because of an injury. There wasn't any time period where it's like, oh shit, Decker's on the ground. What's going on there? He probably just rolled his ankle a little bit, or got his foot stepped on or something, and to take the pressure off, you wear a walking boot. He did it. He did it last year coming out of a lot of games. Frank Ragnow did it last year coming out of a lot of games, and a lot of early week practices, those guys missed because they're veterans. They've been in this league for 7, 8, 9 years now. So I'm not worried about Taylor Decker. I'd be surprised if he didn't play.
I mean, they call me up and I jump in there and play some tackle.
I King Horse says Dan already came out and said he'd be fine. Yeah. Hey, I'll play some tackle.
That's what I'm saying. Make the call. Yeah. I'm pulling up. Get some Seahawks.
I actually played tackle. Did you play tackle?
Play guard.
Yeah. Guard's more fun.
Guard is more fun.
You get to pull, yeah.
I mean, the Lions pull their tackles too, though.
That's true.
The Lions doing a lot of.
That'd be a tough offensive scheme to learn in 4 days.
Very tough offensive scheme to learn. But I mean, they got guys in place. Like
I'm not. Like I said, I'm not worried about it, and I'm expecting him to play.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I can't speculate either way. I mean,
King Horse said Dan already came out and said he'd be fine.
Yeah.
So if he says that, I'm expecting him to play this week.
Yeah, I think he rolled in like the second quarter. He still finished the game.
Yeah, it's like these are big ass fucking dudes. Like Taylor Decker's what, like 6'7", 300 something pounds.
Yeah.
You roll an ankle, you don't want to be walking around on that all week with just a shoe on. Like you throw the boot on, you get some extra support. You tape that bitch the fuck up and you go on Sunday. That's what happens. So. But if you want to look good for the game, all you got to do is stop in Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. You can come into Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience. Register to win a trip of your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's right. No expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Downtown's newest sports bar has 13 track meets, simulators, certified instructors, and most importantly, a full bar and restaurant. 5-iron golf leagues are back officially now. Sign up for a foursome or sign up as an individual to be placed on a team at 5irongolf.com and use promo code Woodward10 for 30% off the league. That's 5irongolf.com.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. Let's get to 250 before the stream ends. Come on, do it for the boys.
Jared Goff jersey at 300.
Jared Goff jersey at 300.
I'm missing out on that one.
So,
where you going?
No, you please go. This floor is yours.
Where we gonna go?
I don't even know. I was looking at
I got two things. I did take a lot of time making those power rankings, Spinny.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
so
about
conveniently
that.
skipped over. Or we got the offensive stuff. I'll probably save that for
Let's do power rankings, yeah.
We do power
we
rankings?
We can get 2 segments out of that.
All right, bet.
You want to go first or you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
You had the Jets top 3. You got to answer that.
I mean, did not look good. They beat.
They did.
They beat another top 10 team last night.
They did look good.
All right, Easy. You want your top 7?
Give me my top 7.
All right, here we go.
My power rankings. Buffalo Bills dropped down to 10. I had that one this morning. This was a pain in the ass to make, but there's just no way I could have had them any higher than that after last night's performance. I like Josh Allen, but that's inexcusable. What just happened? I mean, you're supposed to be a top 3 quarterback in the league, and I'm not going to disrespect the Jets defense, but come on now. Cleveland Browns stepped up to number 9 for me, Spinny. That defense looked
they looked good.
Ferocious.
They looked very good.
And I get it was rainy out, but when you go back and you look at the tape, all 22 tape, you guys sign up for the NFL Plus app, Myles Garrett,
Denzel Ward.
They were just doing what they want.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Myles Garrett hit the crossover. Did you see that video?
Yeah.
That shit is so dope.
All his life.
That's what I'm saying. He's just doing what he wanted. Baltimore Ravens bumped up to 8 for me. How you feel about that? Cleveland Browns 9, Baltimore Ravens 8.
I would put the Browns over the Ravens personally.
Yeah.
I don't hate it, man. It's tough. Obviously, it's week 1. I don't even think I got the Ravens in my top 10.
There were some situations, man, where I was looking at the Browns and like the Deshaun Watson just like shit to me.
Yeah.
I know the name you guys are waiting to hear though on this power rankings. It is the Detroit Lions, number 7. I've peeped a couple power rankings this morning too. I've seen them as high as 4. But majority, I think a lot of people had them at 6 or 7 too. But myself had a bump in 7. You beat the Kansas City Chiefs. You guys might know the Chiefs aren't on there. They still might be. We're gonna figure it out. The Jacksonville Jaguars bumped up all the way to 6. I like Trevor Lawrence.
They looked nice.
Trevor Lawrence looked like a fucking dog. You see that the touchdown pass to Zay Flowers? I mean, not only an amazing catch, but the throw in itself.
The catch was crazy.
The catch and throw. Speaking of catches, Garrett Wilson's catch last night was just filthy. That was a nice one. Cowboys bumped all the way up to number 5 in my power rankings. They weren't even in my power rankings last week at all. But that defense, 40 zip to any other professional football team is just insane. Daniel Jones is running for his damn life. And I get you can make the comments about their offensive line. It's not what it used to be. They drafted Evan Neal. They got Andrew Thomas. They have some names on the offensive line now. Micah Parsons is doing damage.
Yes.
Now, if you guys remember, too, they had like a 3rd-round pick or maybe it was an undrafted rookie. I don't remember his name specifically. But he's starting on that team now, too, on the Dallas Cowboys. Beast.
And their secondary is nasty. Gilmore, Diggs, Curse.
I heard Gilmore is done so.
He ain't looked at.
He ain't looked at it at all. Number 4. I get on the graphic. Tua Tagovailoa. 400 yards? 466 yards? 466 yards.
That's my fantasy quarterback.
I mean, this is an offense. Those 49ers offense, them and the 49ers is virtually identical. The only thing is they have fucking Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
Yeah.
That's disgusting. It's time for my top 3. And this one might be a little bit controversial. I won't be mad at you if you hate this. I felt the way.
Oh, come on, bro.
Eagles still number 1 on my power rankings.
Come on, bro.
Eagles still number 1. Listen, I respect what the 49ers did against the Steelers. But, bro, I mean, Steelers, what are they proving? There's a lot of offseason hype around them.
They're the hottest team.
Huh?
They're the hottest team, according to Bill Simmons.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Bill Simmons.
Who did the Eagles play?
A dummy now, too. Eagles played the Patriots.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of the Patriots, I definitely still think they're a respectable team. I've said that in the offseason, too. I had them as what my top 3 defense in the
secondary.
League. Yeah, secondary. I think as a unit though too. Like they got
Matt Judon.
Yeah, I think the Patriots are really good defense. Obviously, Mac Jones isn't the best, but Chiefs still a top 3 team. Obviously, they just brought back Chris Jones. He'll probably be hitting the field this weekend. You know he's a difference maker for that team. And then the Eagles still number 1, just because I watched the Jalen Carter tape and that boy.
That's fair.
Yeah, boys,
Jalen
yeah.
Carter is different. He had eight pressures week 1.
Man, you saw that shit all when I showed you in the back? He pulled a Myles Garrett, just the fuck off.
Yeah.
And ran right through.
You want to hear my bold prediction?
What?
Tyreek Hill is going to break the receiving record and win MVP this year.
MVP is bold.
He's going to win MVP this year.
Receiving record.
He's going to have over 2,000 yards.
You drafted this man. That's why.
They're going. I know.
He said. Yeah. I mean, bro.
That's reasonable.
Also, like watching him that first week, the man is the best player in football. Like he is unguardable. There's nothing you can do against him. Tyreek Hill is different. All right, Chris, throw my 7. Throw my bottom 7 up there. Let's see what we got here. JB, drop me a beat. At the number 10 spot, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars. I could have put them higher, but I'm going to put them right there for now because these two teams ahead of them.
Get the Bills ahead of them.
I know they had bad games, but I believe they're going to bounce back. I don't believe they're going to be this bad all
were
season.
even in my top 10, I don't think.
They were not. I got the Buffalo Bills at 9. They played arguably the best defense in the NFL. Still almost won with their quarterback turning the ball over 4 times. I understand they're going up against Zach Wilson, but I think the Bills are going to bounce back. They're still going to be an 11-12 win team. The Bengals, obviously disgusting, terrible performance out of Joe Burrow, but I guarantee that doesn't happen ever again this year. They're going to bounce back as well. I think they have a good season coming towards them. I don't think they're going to be as bad as we saw in week 1. We both got the Lions at 7?
Yeah.
Yep.
I got the Lions at 7. I mean, they showed out. They went out there. They made plays. They beat the Chiefs. No asterisk, Mike Tirico. They went out there. They made plays, and they did some things. I got the Browns at 6. Man, I don't know. When I saw Deshaun Watson lock in, like from the last drive of the first half into the second half, he looked like the old Deshaun Watson. Yeah. Like he was making dots. He was dropping dots to Amari Cooper, to other guys. I think Elijah Moore caught a nice couple balls on the sideline. With Nick Chubb, who I think is the best running back in the NFL, a top 5 offensive line in the NFL, and a top 7 defense in the NFL, if Deshaun Watson can be 80% of what he was in Houston, the Browns are going to make a lot of noise this year. Number 5, the Dallas Cowboys, man. That was the most embarrassing performance I've ever seen in my entire life. They went out there and they blanked the Giants on national television, Sunday Night Football. It's either them or the Jets have the best defense in the league. It's extremely impressive what they're doing. They don't have a bad player on that defense. Those guys were chasing Daniel Jones down and lighting him up all game. And the secondary, like we said, man, Trayvon Diggs, Stephon Gilmore, Curse, they got ballers in the back end. And number 4, I got the Miami Dolphins. Like I said, Tua is the best player in the league. He's going to win MVP this year. The man is a monster. He went out, or not Tua, I'm sorry. Tyreek Hill is the best player in the league. He's going to win the MVP this year. And Tua looked very good. Like it wasn't just
he
a
really
5-yard slant to Tyreek and he was
throwing him on a run.
I think I saw there were 8 passes of 15 or plus air yards that he threw to Tyreek Hill in that game. He was dropping some dimes in there. It was impressive to watch. I was never a real Tua believer, but he made me believe after that. That was an impressive performance. And before we get into my top 3, let me tell you guys about Woodward Nights. Is coming up next with Booner and Broder. Woodward Nights is going to be here all the time. Every weekday, 8 to 10 p.m. Booner and Broder.
Happy birthday, Booner!
Happy birthday, Booner. I love you, brother. Hope you have a great night.
Say that, goddammit.
Go do some crazy shit. Be Booner. Be yourself. And have a great night tonight. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. Check it out. It's Booner's birthday. Go show him some love, man. All right, back to it.
Happy birthday, Booner.
Happy birthday, Booner.
My top 3, we had the same teams, but it's a little different because at number 1, I got the San Francisco 49ers, man. They were just lights out. The weaponry they have on both sides of the ball. Nick Bosa got his deal done. You don't got to worry about that. Fred Warner's the best linebacker in football. You've got Javon Hargrave in the middle of that defense now. You've got a guy in the backfield in however you say his name, no disrespect.
Nice.
But he is a great player in his own right, and then we know about the weapons they have on offense. Another fantasy member for Spenny, Brandon Ayuk, looking like he's about to take a step. He was Brock Purdy's favorite target last year. Looks like he's going to be the same thing this year. You've got one of the best running backs in football in Christian McCaffrey, a top 5 tight end in George Kittle, a top top 12 weapon in the NFL, and Deebo Samuel, whatever he is, and then a top 5 offensive line. And Brock Purdy stepped in. He looked legit. He looked real. The Eagles, I'm not gonna lie, my other fantasy team, I got the ultimate Eagles offense stack. I got Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Jake Elliott. So anytime the Eagles score a touchdown from Jalen Hurts to A.J. Brown, I get points from them, and then Jake Elliott kicks the extra point.
There you go.
But they kind of disappointed me. I'm not going to lie. I understand it was raining. The Patriots do have a good defense. They've got pieces around there, but still, I wanted to see him go out there. I wanted to see Jalen Hurts do some things. He coughed up the ball. He didn't look as dominant as he did last year, but I'm sure they're going to bounce back. I'm sure they're still going to be a great team. And I'm putting the Chiefs at 3 because once they get Kelsey back, they got the deal done with Chris Jones. They're still going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. They still got Patrick Mahomes. They're still going to do things in the NFL. So that's my top 10 power rankings.
No Packers on that list, I see.
No Packers.
Yeah, Packers on top
they
10?
beat the Bears.
No Jets on that list either.
Come on, JB.
No Aaron Rodgers. Jets aren't top 10.
I just didn't like the Bengals in there. I mean, it's okay if they're in there at some point. I get it. I see they'll probably be better at, as the season goes by. But as of now, come on.
They have to be top 10 easy because of how good they were last year. And you got to, come on. The Bengals. And you just got to factor in,
I think kicking them out of the top 10 is a little aggressive.
They had an injury to Joe Burrow, so he didn't have a full preseason. Not that he was going to really play anyways, but it's just a week 1 rust against a very good defense. So I think it was a recipe for disaster for Joe Burrow. I'm not excusing it by any means, but I'm saying I find it hard to believe that he's going to have a performance like that again. And if he does, then you're willing to knock him out of the top 10. But this is a team that people were talking about as an inside contender for the Super Bowl this year. I feel like you need more than a crazy week 1 to get knocked out of the top 10.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And actually, Buffalo Bills got to be 10 for me too. They may rise as the season goes on, but 9 is one off though. So I ain't too disappointed.
Yeah, I'm not. I'd put the Bills and the Bengals under the Lions.
It's crazy.
I felt dirty. I was like, ooh, but I mean.
Got the Bills and Bengals on the Lions too.
Yeah.
Bengals ain't break my top 10.
Because the Lions got those big boys that don't play, and if you want some big boy, all you got to do is go around the corner because they're everywhere. Burgers and chicken sandwiches are taking over at Big Boy. It's burger time. Try the best cheeseburger or our new pretzel bacon cheeseburger. Craving chicken, try the Dolly chicken sandwich, or turn up the heat with Bob's hot chicken sandwich. Upgrade your regular fries to our chili cheese or loaded baked potato fries. Save room for dessert because we have a treat for you. Indulge in our Reese's chocolate peanut butter thunder cake or satisfy your sweet tooth with our funnel cake fries. It's all that and more at Big Boy.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. So register today at OutdoorEquipCo.com, and even you could have DMAC on your landscaping crew.
Come hang with the Woodward Sports Crew all throughout football season on Saturdays and Sundays. Join our college football and Detroit Lions live watch parties.
Inside the 5, caught, end zone, touchdown Detroit Lions!
With money on the line, featuring different special guests and surprises. Start times will vary depending on the game. Only on our Woodward Sports YouTube channel.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Do you have football on the brain? Fall ushers in college and professional football, and this year is going to be awesome. Fall is also the perfect time to shop your home and auto insurance. Shop it like a pro with Swiss Insurance. They cover Woodward Sports and they cover you too. Ask for Mark personally at 248-841-77 or visit SwissINS.com.
What up, though, everybody, and welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. For Easy, for Chris, for JB, I am Spencer Raxter, and we are the Heavies. So, who are guys that you left out of your top 10 that you
had the Bengals out of there?
For you?
And that's the thing, too. I didn't want to, I think it's fair to beat up top 10s. I think if you look at, like, if we did, like, a top 32, and then things looked a bit more disrespectful then, like, if I had the Bengals, like, 15 or something, then yeah, like, come at me. But like, they're you guys know they can move. Top 10s change.
They fluctuate.
Yeah, the Bengals can work their way back into.
I just couldn't pull them all the way out of the top 10 because they still have one of the best rosters in football.
I was just making conversation. I mean, the only one.
Yeah,
really,
I don't hate it.
I don't hate any of these teams. The only one that like surprised me, like, because here's the thing too. I actually got to ask you this. Obviously, the Dolphins are like a something to be fearful of.
They have
Do you
three
think
of the fastest players in the NFL
into like the postseason?
If
like,
Tua can stay healthy, yeah. Because
can you picture a world where the Dolphins are like vying for the AFC Championship?
Yes. Because Jalen Ramsey's going to come back. That defense is still good. If Tua can stay healthy, yeah, I can see it. I really can. Because I think Tyreek Hill's that good. I love Jalen Waddle.
JB,
what's up?
Could you see the Dolphins in the AFC Championship?
The Dolphins, I could. Yeah. This all is if Tua can stay healthy throughout the season. That's the only main factor right there because they have the defense, they have offensive weapons. I mean, did you see the numbers Tyreek Hill put up? I mean, Spencer's got him on his fantasy team. The dude is unreal. Yeah. So as long as Tua can stay healthy throughout the season, then the offensive line can protect him as much as they can, then yeah, they'll be in there.
He's the best player in football, man. Unguardable.
Tua?
Yeah. No. Tyreek. Unguardable. Is a nightmare for anybody to game plan against. There's literally nothing you can do to stop him.
If Tyreek was on this guy's fantasy team, we'd be saying none of this.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
It's the same when it went with Todd Gurley.
No, it's the same thing. Todd Gurley was the best player in football for like 2 or 3 years, and unfortunately his knees gave out.
Kirk Cousins is the best quarterback in football.
Come on,
available.
Get out of here.
Why do you think I drafted Tyreek too? Because I knew he was going to be disgusting this year.
Why do you think I drafted Kirk Cousins? I knew people were going to want him.
Maz told me Tyreek at 2 was a reach, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, never. I remember I had Tyreek as the number 1 wide receiver at some point.
I'm so happy I took him over Cooper Kupp.
Oh, yeah. In the first round?
Yeah.
Did Kupp go first round for us?
Yeah.
Who took him?
I don't know, but Kupp goes like Kupp was going top 5 in like every league.
Yeah. That's
Didn't Braylon like auto draft him or something?
I auto drafted the first 3 rounds. I was kind of upset because I don't hate Joe Mixon, but I'm not like in love with Joe Mixon.
I think when the Bengals get right, Joe Mixon's going to have a good year. He's going to face some soft boxes.
He's only like, what, 27, 28? Yeah. He's still got some tires, some tread in the tires. What about Dallas? Although the 40-point blowout, Dak didn't do shit.
I don't know if it – I think it's a little bit of both of Dallas being very good and the Giants being very ass.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Giants were good last year, though.
Yeah, but they're fugazi. Like them and the Vikings were the 2 most fugazi teams in the NFL.
Yeah.
And the Dallas is going to be good. I saw this like last year. I was like, Dallas is too good to not win at least a couple playoff games. And this year I could think the same thing for them. Like they have one of the best, if not the best rosters in the NFL. It's crazy the amount of talent they have on defense. Tony Pollard's a stud. CeeDee Lamb's a stud. Their offensive line is better than it was last year. Say what you want about Dak, but he's an upper half quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, it's
and Dan Quinn is the best defensive coordinator in the NFL.
Yeah, I agree to that. It's almost like you look at the Dallas build. You may not want to admit it to yourself, but like, okay, you want to talk about the Lions? The Lions have like just an upper echelon quarterback. Great pieces, good. Well, hopefully good defense this year. Dallas probably a little closer to the 49ers, I guess, with how dominant that defense is.
Yeah, their defense is scary, man. The amount of
they still have offensive weapons too.
They had like wasn't it something crazy? They had like 8 dudes with double-digit sacks last year.
Yeah,
like that doesn't happen, bro.
Brandon Bowlesley in the Woodward Sports Chat. I listen, buddy. I'm biased against Cowboys too.
Cowboys aren't overrated. That's going to be the hardest game the Lions play this year.
Micah Parsons, in my opinion, like you said, Tyreek's the best player, which he's definitely in the conversation. Micah Parsons.
Dude,
Micah Parsons might be the best football player in the NFL right
Myles Garrett might be better than Michael Parsons.
I don't know. I'm taking Micah Parsons over Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett's nasty.
Because Micah Parsons like multifaceted.
So is Myles Garrett.
No, Myles Garrett.
He's not playing linebacker, but he's playing every single position on the defensive line.
Okay, Micah Parsons does that and drops
You're
back.
not putting Micah Parsons in the middle of the defensive line.
He blitzes from there. Same shit.
He blitzes from his linebacker spot.
On the line, blitzing?
He's not lining up head up on the center like Myles Garrett was. I don't know.
That's what Daniel Jones threw his first interception.
Pick your poison. Like I'm Myles Garrett's different. So is Micah Parsons. They're both fantastic players. But that'll do it for us today. Appreciate you all tuning in to the Woodward Heavyweights live on woodwardsports.com. Make sure you like and share the stream. For Easy, for JB, for Chris, I am Spencer.
No love for Jared Goff. You guys want to call me? No, we didn't hit 300 likes.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You guys don't like him enough. But that'll do it for us today. We'll try again tomorrow. See you guys. Have a great night. Peace.